Check, check, 1, 2. We got microphone signal. Sadly, I am rocking the blue ice ball, whatever this thing is called. Normally, I would be using an actual studio mic on the Rode mic boom here that I'm using, because it works a lot better, because this snowball thing is a little bit on the light side. So you go to move this boom, long story short, and the thing will just skyrocket up because it's just not enough weight for the boom arm. Anywho, yeah, that's the mic check. Okay, what's up, guys? I'm DJ Bone, and gonna be trying something new here. As you can see, I'm using OBS here, and it was a pain in the butt trying to set up because Soundflower, which everyone knows uses in the past, probably still current, obviously, like myself, I'm trying. It's outdated, and you have to understand how to get your ins and outs of audio correct. And long story short, if you want a quick tutorial, what I had to do was go to your audio MIDI setup. This is after Soundflower is installed. So once it's installed, you want to create a multi-output device. Then once you do that, you can go ahead and name the multi-output device whatever you want. And then because I have my Focusrite Scarlett 6i6 on, it saw it automatically. And then for shits and giggles, I chose 2-channel and 64-channel because last time I was trying just a 2-channel and it was giving me problems. And then by default, drift correction, it decided to choose those. I tried having the drift correction on the Scarlett, but I was getting a lot of feedback, so then that's how I found out, let's just rock these two. So then once that's there, that part's done. So then after that, I went into settings of the output, and I chose that multi-output device. And then inputs, because I'm using the snowball, I just said let's just go ahead and directly use that from here instead of within Ableton. So then after that, I went into the OBS, and I went into settings, audio, and the desktop audio device I set to default. You would think you would change it to the multi-output or your sound interface, but for some reason, just default. And then your mic auxiliary audio device, I set that to the snowball, and everything else I just made sure it was disabled. This makes it so that I can talk into this ball of goodness microphone all by itself without, like I said, going into Ableton. So then after that, I went into Ableton, went to the preferences under the sound section, audio input, none. Audio output, I chose the multi-output device that was created. And then that's it. Once I press play on Ableton, I was getting signal here through the desktop audio, and as you can see, I'm getting a signal through the mic auxiliary from the snowball. After that, I just had to set some levels to make sure that I'm not peaking too much, and that's that. So back to the project here. It's a work in progress, and so far, let's see what we got. Got some samples here I pulled from a Snoop Dogg podcast, and then got some vocal chants and white noise. I got them doubled for your downs and ups, just reversed from the other one with a fade. And then on the white noise track itself, I'm using the standard EQ from Ableton with some high pass. And then my bass synths, I got 2 groups of bass synths just because it's easier for organizing for me. Because as you can see, I like to name all my tracks just to be organized. It's your workflow is so much better when you name stuff. On the bass synths 2 track, on the group itself, I'm running the VR Fat 4.0. If you don't know what that is, look it up. And then running Serum on one of the bass synths here with the LFO tool, multi-band compression, and some modulation. And then Serum for the next track all by itself, no toys. as well as the next one. Then the next group, I'm also using the VR Fat 4.0 as well. And then inside of those, Serum, yep. No EQ, no nothing yet on those, because I'm just trying to like sound design, get my palette laid out for what I'm trying to go for, and then we'll do post-production. Intro synths, Serum. As you can see, I use Serum a lot. All right. Riser, my lead, and sub bass, Serum as well. And then this is a little group that I put together, a compressor to keep everything level. There's your EQ for the sub to come through, the low pass, saturator to make it nice and warm, mono because you don't want your sub bass to be stereo, LFL tool, different tempos to make it do what it does, to make it talk, to make it wobble, whatever you want to call it. And then MIDI, this is just an empty track right now. I haven't done anything with the MIDI track. This is just another group that I've been trying to put together for effects chain effects, whatever you want to call it. Crash, these are just symbols. And got the high pass rocking on that. Your ride cymbal, got a little bit different with my high pass on here. And my dubstep rack that I call it, it's just cymatics, terror, kick snares, and then some effects, post effects on each one for your kick, snare, so on and so forth. Kick boom, this is just a sample, an impact, and then the triggers, which is for the side chaining for the volume shaper. On my master, absolutely nothing. On my returns, got your default reverb and delay that, you know, comes there once you load up Ableton. And then I got a custom delay and a custom reverb to make everything, what's it called, release farther. And so let's just get right to it. Let's continue making this tune. I'll show you some sounds, see what it sounds like so far, and let's go.
Well, anything goes when it comes to hoes, because pimping.
Oh, and by the way, you are going to hear, well, I guess I could put the headphones on. I probably should, but let's just see how this goes with listening through my Rocket 8s, KRKs, and the sub as well on the floor, because normally you should be using headphones so that nothing bleeds into whatever mic you are using, but let's just see how it sounds.
Well, anything goes when it comes to hoes, because pimping ain't easy. And
while this is playing, I'm going to be checking levels on the OBS to make sure that you are not getting any distorted noise.
Yeah, that's that good thing. That's that 40 ounces of joy. I'm the main thing, and I'm the one that's making it happen. I'm finna make some motherfucking music. Put this shit out.
All right, and that's so far all I have. This is just like the bridge section that I'm working on, the breakdown, and then into drop 2. Gonna do some changes of some drums and whatnot, but let's just get into it. All right. So last where I left off, I have a track here. Let's see what this was. I don't hear anything. Oh. I don't think that's anything. Oh, it's just a sub. Okay. So, as you can see, I got a whole bunch of presets that I've purchased, downloaded, all the above. Now, the way that I do this is, first I like to try to start with an initial preset. Just have it be the basic square wave. And just rocking the computer keyboard here. I'm not going to break out the toys for writing right now. You know, like Machine or M Audio keyboard, so on and so forth. Anywho, okay, so for the next part that I want to do is the intro into the build was a little bit, not really dry, but kind of empty. It was a little boring. So if you listen here, that area is cool because I put some melody in here, because you've got these two intro synths. And then another one to go along with that. Kind of like your ARP or sequence, one or the other. I always forget the name of each. And then I bring in the lead. And then later on, I bring in the rise. Wait for it. You get the idea. Okay, so this part is good. This part needs some work. So from here, it's not bad, but it could use something in here, maybe like an introduction of some bass synths that I'm using to kind of give you an idea of what's to come. So for example, if I wanted to do that, all right, let's go ahead and make this screen big. I'm tired of looking at the doubles and the triples and the so on and so forth. All right, so let's look at some of my bass synths here. All right, let's grab that one for example and unsolo. Copy. Bring it over here. Perfect. Okay, but we don't want the whole thing to play. So we're going to end it right there. So it's going to go. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to go like this. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we're going to cut it in half and go every other. One and two and. Just like that. Let's grab 2 more, because it's going to go quicker here. So then now we're going to dub that and go all the way. Now I'm not going to leave this just the same note because everything's climbing up. So I'm going to highlight all these, consolidate, and now I'm going to go to my serum, and I've already got my pitch bend set for modulating. So from here, I'm going to highlight that, grab it, and then just go like that to make it climb up. So if we just listen to that. Should be good. So let's see what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's that good thing.
All right, not bad, but it's this synth is dry in this section. it's just kind of up front, and we want to kind of like give it a little bit of schnaz. So what I'm going to do is go to my mixer, and I want my reverb that I created, and we're going to choose a level that sounds good. See what I mean? Might be too much. Let's bring it down. That's too dry. Okay, that's not bad. So now from here, we're going to make it bigger and climb it all the way up. So
Yeah, that's that good thing. That's that 40 ounces of joy.
not bad, not bad. I think, if anything else, we're going to put a filter on it. So we're going to put a filter on the group for that. But I only want the filter to be used during that section. So let's go auto filter, device on, go to the pencil, and we'll stop it there to there. So anything after, off, anything before, off. So that means this whole section is on. So now I'm going to go to frequency, and I'm going to reverse the frequency and bring the frequency all the way down. And then from here, so that way by the time we get to here, it's, oh, that's too much. You won't even be able to hear anything there. So I need to bring it down some more. Maybe right about there.
Yeah, that's that good thing. That's that 40 ounces of joy.
Not bad, not bad. All right, so what else do we need here? What else do we need? Something right there. All right, let's go through, see what I have here. Nope. That might work. So we're going to put that right there. But I think I might want my filter. Nah, let's just hear it. Okay, so that was obviously stripped, no low end whatsoever. So let's grab you, and we're going to stretch you and make you go all the way of that length. So then that way we actually hear it. If you're using earbuds, you should be able to hear this. Laptop speakers, probably not. And a system, of course. The good old sub. All right, now let's hear it. All right, that works. That works pretty good. All right, now this area right here.
Where anything goes when it comes to hoes, because pimping ain't easy. Easy.
Not bad. I don't think I need nothing there. Got the white noise. I think I'm going to want a drum fill. So with that being said, let me go back to one of my other projects that I've created. Look at these titles. Come on, Excision. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay. So let's go to samples, imported, and let's find my drum fill. Where are you? Nope. Processed, consolidated, no. Not reverse, recorded, nope. It's not in this project. Where are you? know I have it. Whether it's in this project though, a lot of these projects you see here that I've created, they're not released at all yet. They're gonna be hopefully this year. Whether it's gonna be the Bass Invaders 2018 compilation, we were supposed to, for that compilation, we were supposed to release it this year, like this summer to be exact, but things got held up. So I'm gonna try to have the boys from the Bass Invaders crew have some material ready by the end of the year so that we can at least have a 2018 compilation release, because we have a 2017 and it would be nice to have a 2018 as well. Alright, here is my rock fill. Okay, let's set some levels. Let's go -8. Actually, let's go -10. And play it from here. Throw an EQ on it. And let's see how muddy it is. That wasn't bad. Just do a little roll off on the end. Let's make it a little sharper on the top side and kill off the very piercing section. So let's hear it by itself. Or I could go half. Let's try that. Let's bring it a little bit louder. Instead of -10, let's go -8. Just 2 more decibels. We're adding. That was good. So I'm going to color code this just because I like to organize. Call it drum fill. And throw it in my drum section up here. Alright, so now that I got my drum fill in here, let's see if I need to use it anywhere else. There is the vocal drop.
Thing, and I'm the one that's making it happen.
That.
I'm finna make some motherfucking music.
Not bad.
Put this shit out.
We're going to do it right at the tail end because Snoop finishes his line a little short. So we're going to want some fill in there.
Put this shit out.
Boom. Perfect. Save that bean footage. I always save every little step that I normally do all the time. Alright, alright. Come on, pinwheel. Okay. Nope. Saving. There we go. Alright. So I think my intro's okay. And I think my drop is alright. So now the bridge. The calm before the storm. The next storm. So this section here, I'm unsure of what to do yet because I have parts that I pulled from the podcast. And you'll check them out here.
It came from y'all world, y'all part of the world, and that's y'all sound. And now it's catching on to where everybody around the whole world is doing it. The music is always created by us, for us, so it's a thing for it to grow. It's growing by us and for us right now. That's why y'all got it and y'all running with it with that dubstep. That shit is the new thing, man, I'm telling you.
People love it.
Because that shit is mean, and it's still fun.
And it's still fun. Alright, so I just kind of threw this in here in a section that I felt that it would fit because, and it's still fun, and then I will go into the next drop because right where he says it's still fun, that's like the pre-drop, the vocal drop. So here is, most of this is just stuff pulled from the intro but changed a little bit, if I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's hear it.
It came from y'all world, y'all part of the world, and that's y'all sound. And now it's catching on to where everybody around the whole world is doing it. The music is always created by us, for us, so it's a thing for it to grow. It's growing by us and for us right now. That's why y'all got it and y'all running with it with that dubstep. That shit is the new thing, man, I'm telling you.
People love it.
Because that shit is mean and it's still fun.
I think that could work. It's a little dry in this section because
it's catching on to where everybody around the whole world is doing it, 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 doing it. The music is
it's not that it needs like a rise, like a white noise riser. I mean, this is what it would sound like if we did that.
y'all sound, and now it's catching on to where everybody around the whole world is doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it. The music is always created by us for us, so it's a thing for it to grow. It's growing by us and for us right now. That's why y'all got it and y'all running with it with that dubstep. That shit is the new thing, man. I'm telling you, people love it. That shit is mean, and it's still.
Okay, so let's have some sort of, not really. I don't know if I want like a sub here because it would just, it's not right. It's because you need the calm. So check it out.
Put this shit out. It came from y'all world, y'all part of the world, and that's y'all sound. And now it's catching on to where everybody around the whole world is doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it. The music is always created by us for us, so it's a thing for it to grow. It's growing by us and for us right now. That's why y'all got it and y'all running with it with that dubstep. That shit is the new thing, man. I'm telling you, people love it. That shit is mean and it's still fun.
Alright, so let's play around. So I have two LFO from Zypher settings, one for 1/8 of the sine wave and another one set for 1/16 triplet sine wave. So this, if I remember, is the 1/8. Let's see what it sounds like.
It came from y'all world, y'all part of the world, and that's y'all sound. And now it's catching on to where everybody around the whole world is doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it. The music is always created by us for us, so it's a thing for it to grow. It's growing by us and for us right now. That's why.
Let's keep that one going as well.
The music is always created by us for us, so it's a thing for it to grow. It's growing by us and for us right now. That's why y'all got it and y'all running with it with that dubstep. That shit is the new thing, man. I'm telling you, people love it. That shit is mean and it's still fun.
Okay, so that wasn't bad. I was thinking this one would be turned off back to the whole note of the notes being played, but it kind of sounded a little weak, so I'm going to leave that at the 1/8, and then when the rest of the instruments come in, have it be the normal. That sounds about right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in another instrument here, and we need a new instrument to go with the melody. So let's break out my trusty serum and let's listen, because we don't want something like that. We want like a pad or something. So if I do that, then we're just getting back to a sub. So we don't want that. Let's go with, let's do the basic shapes. Turn the filter off. Alright, we'll work with that. And let's send the FM from beat. Actually, no. Let's send the FM from A. It sounds horrible, but I love sound design. It's so much fun. compressor in here. Give it a little bit of spread. Not too much. And volume control, let's go -8. Yeah, let's go -8. So
It came from y'all world, y'all part of the world, and that's y'all sound. And now it's catching.
that does not sound good at all with it. So I'm going to scratch that. Doses. And you know what? Let's grab another ARP. And let's build off of one of these. See if any of them are good first of all. Nope. Nope. No, it's not ARP. I want sequence. Nope. No. You know what? I think I'm going to go clean. I think instead of adding another synth, go to instruments, instrument rack, pianos, break out the grand piano. Let's hear this. Let's grab you. Paste. And it's probably going to be low. Yeah. So we're going to go an octave on this. Oops. I'm normally not this bad. Trust me. Highlight. Let's go right here. Still too low. Okay, we'll go right there. And let's grab MIDI effect. We're going to go chord. And let's go major. See how that sounds.
It came from y'all world, y'all part of the world, and that's y'all sound. And now it's catching on to wherever.
Ooh, that sounds like it's dying. Let's just go with the clean.
It came from y'all world, y'all part of the world.
We're gonna go a little bit higher on that.
It came from y'all world, y'all part of the world, and that's y'all sound. And now it's catching on to where everybody.
No, it doesn't work at all. Let's scratch that. Trial and error.
It came from y'all world, y'all part of the world, and that's y'all sound. And now it's
You'll have to forgive me because I've been having writer's block with this track. I mean, it's good, but it needs a lot of work. Oh, my home slice RGND's hit me up. What's he want? What's he want? Gaming? Of course. Give me a few minutes. That'll have to wait. Gotta rock the Destiny too, you know, or the new Call of Duty. Why not? I mean, crap. All right.
fun.
Alright, I'm just leaving those there for now because I'm going to be bringing in a whole bunch of new instruments since on the second drop I'm going to be changing the beat, giving a different variety from the first one. And then some of these synths that I decide to use, I'm going to actually replace it in the section here. That way it's not just like a copy and paste type of songs. Who wants that? You don't want that. And then we'll go from there. But I think for now, this has been an intro of testing out the streaming setup here. And so far, so good. But I will be making more videos in the future, continuing on this Desolate track. And that way you guys can come along, you know, enjoy the ride. And I will show you ways of how I mix, master, producing, EQ design in tracks, all that good stuff. And until next time, guys, stick around, subscribe, like, comment, you know, all that good stuff. All right? Peace.